Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
Kyler starting off with the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Caden Ellis on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Intended target there was David Njoku. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. They bring Dobbs in motion left. They run it with Saquon Barkley. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Buying some time right. You can't find a connection on second down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Mendoza. And it's incomplete. Tried setting up the screen, but he fumbled the catch. It's going to be 4th down. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
He has it at the 33. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's a give to Taylor. Nice drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Now a second down throw for Murray. Looked for a second like he had him, Brock, but he just couldn't hang on. It was a good throw to fit it into double coverage, but too tough through that contact. Third down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical, and that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, you better be ready for some contact. Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
He's returning this from his own end zone, everybody. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down.
On the return, the Rams take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 17-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Mendoza now. He rolls to his right. And he will not turn this into a positive. They take him down. Myles Garrett. And that's going to send them back into a 3rd and 9.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to set up a Rams first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
First carry here for Tony Pollard. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
This is Loveland working the right side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. Mendoza. It's caught by McLaurin. There's the hit, and finally putting an end to that one. Out of bounds after a gain of about 26. That gives L.A. the first.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Right back to Pollard. And forward progress stops. Play winds up going for about 6. That's good for the first down.
Ringo on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. First down, Rams.
Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Again, a run with Pollard. Still has room inside the 15. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
They send the tight end in motion. Pollard on 1st and goal. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Well, you tell me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
3rd and goal for Jones. Hitting his throw's going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field
now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They're going play action. It's Murray. Passing quick here with the pass rush, fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw. It falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and
safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
That's complete. David Njoku. Defense gets to him, shoves him out. Gain of about 16 before they did so. And that is good for an Eagles 1st down.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him out in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Off the play action, here's Murray. This is a heater going deep. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, that's the latest example, Brock. They're trying different things offensively, but still have yet to figure this one out.
And that 0 up on the scoreboard, it just starts to stare at you. When you're in this kind of a rut and can't get going and you just want to put points on the board, hey, I understand that shot.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring a 3rd down. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
3rd and long for him here. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
That's grabbed at the 10. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown.
Rams.
They have him back there, Brock, because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And in my opinion, partner, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
I'm with you because it is so hard. I mean, it takes instincts, it takes intangibles, it takes greatness. And I think of Dante Hall and Devin Hester and those guys that made it look easy at times, and it is not easy, especially the house one.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. He could get there. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kickback for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Eagles 7. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. Has it at the 11. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
On the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. He's brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards and a first.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is
Angeles.
already into enemy territory. They go play fake with Jones. And down he goes on the wrong side of midfield. They got him at the 46. That's Garrett on him again. And with it, he's now top 10 all time, Brock. The 138th sack of his career. Receiver in motion. He's headed right. Working on 2nd down. Jones. Taken in by Loveland. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Akers. And they only get a couple when they needed, well, they needed a good bit more, Brock. That's going to make it 4th down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal. So instead, they're going for this on 4th down. They pitch it out to him here. And he will have them the 1st down. That is a 10-yard gain, paying off that 4th down gamble.
These running backs love getting to the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Here's Jones to throw. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Akers. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Jones to throw on 2nd down. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, so now it's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not at the standard they set for themselves.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's 3rd and goal. Now Jones. Left all alone and no problem at all hauling this one in. Touchdown Rams. Colston Loveland, number 10 of his NFL career. Boswell to add the PAT. Solid effort there as this one goes through. And that makes this a 10-point game.
17. Eagles 7. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
RPO quickly into the hands of Njoku. They get to him, he's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that sets up an Eagles 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Now Murray. Short pass brought in. Still has some space inside the 35. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. From the gun, Taylor. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout.
1 yard gain.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Murray. He gets this one to Wicks. They're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. Right side, quick pass, complete. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
Brings up 2nd and
Taylor.
goal at the 3-yard line.
Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he pushes them up to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
1st and 10.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your #1 objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the 2nd half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half? And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
They give inside to Akers. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. They go to Akers again. Caught behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on third down. It's Mendoza. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
At their own 26-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Wrapped up on that play by big Quinnen Williams.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now second and 5. Kyler looking to throw. Look is there, but so is a defender. That hit forces the drop. That's going to bring up third down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Murray setting up to throw. Got his man. Thomas has it. And giving him the first down. Winds up with about 6 on that play before he was stopped.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Kyler throwing here. Down the field. He's got Pierce. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Folk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. They trail by 3.
Eagles 14. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Chooses to bring this one out. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Jones looking to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Miles Garrett coming in for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third down, Jones to throw. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a first down here. They got the interference call on 3rd down, and that keeps this drive going with a new set of downs. They'll run here following the penalty. Crosses midfield, still going. Inside the 30. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Touchdown, LA.
Saquon Barkley, his 4th of this season. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Eagles 14. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll begin his return from the 11. He's stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Now Kyler. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Here's Kyler to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Play action now. Murray lasers this one deep down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Might have given his man just a little bit too much credit when it comes to speed on that one, Brock. Led him so far that even he couldn't get under that one.
Yeah, I think that's well said, Kate. The positive there, you felt that speed, right? You saw that separation. The bummer is you couldn't make the connection.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Jones. Short pass caught by his tight end. They get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the it'll bring up Rams first
A gain
down.
of 9 yards.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it, and when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a first down.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. The big play, that's him 17 yards. And the Rams have the first down. That one right there with the rushing yards he got and the total distance he ran on that play are not equaling out, Brock. That was a journey of a run that he just went on.
And these running backs, they're used to that journey at the Pop Warner level, even high school. You get to college, and certainly this level, that is a hard one to pull off.
Well done. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down. That almost felt like an instant replay of his previous run, Brock. Another great opening created up front, and he said thank you very much.
And this offense totally in the driver's seat. You want to try to run it back a third time? But also maybe a time to throw it right over their heads with a little play-action pass.
Mendoza now. Throw left side, complete. And his effort after the catch gets him up near that marker. Gain of 9, Brock. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 29-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Just a yard left to go on second down. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
In this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mendoza. This is Loveland working the right side. And a good tackle as that ball is secured, limits that gain to 8.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Mendoza, 3rd and short. Out quickly to Watson. And he is in with the dive. Touchdown Rams. And it's Christian Watson, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you can throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the ground first, it's a give to Taylor. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Well, no spring and a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
On second down, Kyler. This is a heater going deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Love.
Intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10. Mendoza running the play action. Headed out right. Now he takes it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second down. This is Mendoza. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. So the offense still moving forward as roughing the passer overrules that incomplete pass. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic first down. Mendoza from the pistol. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin, and it sets up second down.
I love seeing those defenders who love to chirp and do a little talking throughout a game. There's a perfect chance to back up that talk. What a one-on-one battle to win.
The give on second to Pollard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Mendoza. He loses control, and that one's going to fall to the ground, Brock. Needed to bring that in. Instead, the mistake means it's 4th down.
I love the thought there and the idea. Get your guy in space. But you can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Working on 2nd down. Murray. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. That one's out and cut on the right side. This is going to go for a gain of 6, but it's not enough. Defense doesn't let him get past that. It is 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Desperation time here on 4th. Short pass brought in. And he's going to have the first down. They're going to remember that effort after the catch. Saw where he needed to go, and he made sure to get there.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Play action now. Murray trying to push deep downfield. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Kyler looking to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all. They try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down.
Green. That's one.
Off the play action, here's Murray. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Oh, it's nearly intercepted. Either way, he was breaking up that throw, Brock. He wanted the pick, but hang on, it hits the ground, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
I can imagine the more vocal guys on that defense, especially linebacker, safety, reminding the guys, hey, listen, nothing behind us, and when we get a chance to knock it down, one-on-one, we got to win these contested plays as they just did.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Anyway, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here. 3 tight ends. Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they've set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That run may not have gotten you a first. Sure, nice little run to set the table.
1st down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Making a read at the line. Another run here for Pollard on 2nd down. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
On 3rd down, Pollard. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed 1, but they're going to lose 1 on that play. It's 4th down.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down. Chris Boswell.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports.